Hello, everybody. This is Ed Rosenberg, and today I have the honor of speaking to Jessica. Jessica, how you doing?
Hi, Ed. It's nice to see you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, my pleasure. And first of all, Jess, I really love your posts, even your personal posts, if I'm allowed to say that.
Thank you.
So it's always something positive, so I like that.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so I'll tell you how this came about. I posted in the Facebook group, which has over 63,000 members. I was just wondering, because to me it seems like every problem gets solved when you put in the Facebook group, a highly moderated group like that. And I was wondering why people pay for groups. Now, generally speaking, I like to pay for stuff because I know when you pay, you get value. So my question was more what, and you give a great answer. It's got like 30 likes. So my question is, if you can explain to the audience, why would somebody want to pay a group like yours?
So I'm Jess Hill. I am the co-founder of Ecommerce Empowerment, and we do have a paid group. And we also have a free group. So in the general group, you get general answers. In our group, we also have training and leads and specific coaching type answers for specific questions. And then also with the paid group, you do filter out kind of any of the spam or the scammers because people are paying to be in that group. And it's more of a tight-knit community of resellers that are building all of their e-commerce empires. Now, I know other paid groups focus just on Amazon. We focus on cross-platform selling.
Right. I saw interesting, if I can get sidetracked quickly, I see like they have these woman-only paid group, or why would be the advantage of that? Like why would a woman, I mean, like you're just selling online, who cares if it's men, woman, like you want to explain that?
Well, so I created my free group. It used to be called Ladies of FBA, and now it's e-commerce women because we are expanding beyond just Amazon. And sometimes you just want to have a tight-knit community of your gender, and that's what the niche that I serve. And that's just how we kind of blossomed and grew as a women-led group.
Okay, that's fine. My wife does e-commerce too, so maybe I could tell her.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
so what are the examples of the courses? Oh, so one more thing, when you say leads, what exactly do you mean? You mean like I need a warehouse?
So sure, we have retail arbitrage and online arbitrage leads for Amazon selling. So we are auditing various stores, both online and in store, to see what is profitable. So our community is a lot of retail arbitrageurs, online arbitrageurs, wholesale sellers. So we're like leading you to profit, showing you what is profitable at stores online and near you.
Right, and just one last question. Can you give me like roughly after the first 3 months of paying people, what percent of people stay?
In our mastermind group or in our leads, because they're different.
Let's say in either one, let's say in the mastermind group.
Well, in our mastermind group, we have over 400 members, and we just established it in October of 2019. So, and they stay. So they are all lifetime members.
I see.
Yep.
Okay. So one of the courses, and you said there are many different types of courses. One of the courses you said is about bundling, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now when you say bundling, this is FBA, right? Not just merchant fulfilled, correct? Or
It can be
one?
either.
It wouldn't matter one or the other.
Right. Your shipping preference doesn't matter. If you prefer to do merchant fulfilled, you can still create bundles and sell them on Amazon. If you prefer to have Amazon ship and pack and ship to your customers, that's also fine. Just depending if it was hazmat items, some people, they like to merchant fulfill those. It's just kind of a seller preference.
Okay. Why bundle on Amazon?
So I've been a full-time Amazon seller since March of 2016. I generated well over 7 figures of revenue on Amazon, and through the years of my learning, so retail arbitrage is what I started with, online arbitrage, and now wholesale, I like to do what's called grocery bundling. So it is bundling complementary products into a listing and selling them to your customers. So for example, to a type of, so Lance crackers, let's say, let's say they have 2 different flavors and both of those flavors sell really well. So why not put both of those flavors in a bundle listing and sell that? And so the reason I do that is to differentiate myself from the competition and then secure my pricing. So I have all of these wholesale contracts with grocery wholesalers and distributors. And so I'm getting that really good price. And then with the bundle, you can price just a little bit higher than if you were just selling those 2 boxes of crackers separate. So that's why I bundle.
Right, and you're basically giving value on the assumption that somebody wants those two, and you've seen an advantage of that, right?
Yes. Like if you think about it, ketchup and mustard, right? Like people need both. Well, most families do, right? So why not? Why not give them a one-stop shop to buy both their ketchup and mustard, right? So that's what those complementary products, different kinds of spices, all of those different kinds of things. And it's really convenient for the buyer to get those together.
Right, and you generally go on an existing listing and you create a variation, correct?
I prefer to make my own bundle listings. That way I can control what it looks like, right? So not every listing on Amazon is optimized. And I truly want to make sure that I'm hitting those keyword phrases that are appropriate for what my customer is searching. So I prefer, now I will get on a listing if I find one that fits my criteria, but I do prefer to make my own listings.
All right, now do you guys also do private label even on the bundling? Because you should be able to private label that even if it's 2 different brand names, right?
Right, so I don't do any private labeling, so I can't speak to that.
Right, so what do you do? So if it's like a Heinz ketchup and mustard of a different brand, you use the main, I guess the main, or you use one of the brands, correct?
So typically, mine are typically from the same brand. So the same brand of hot sauce, but different flavors. So you can do bundles of grocery items that are different brands as long as they fit the criteria under the Amazon terms of service.
Right, right, of course. So why is grocery a great category for bundles specifically? Just that you
Right.
found that.
So if you're a brand new seller and you don't know what categories are really good to sell in, I would suggest looking into grocery because it's kind of like the fast food of Amazon. The velocity is really fast. So something in Amazon or in the grocery category that is ranked 100,000 might sell 30 times faster than say a clothing and shoes, right? So that's why I picked grocery as my main bundling category. Obviously, anything in the replens, anything on in beauty and pet and office supplies, those are all great replen categories as well. But I like grocery. It's a fast return on your capital. It's a fast turn. And I do like that fast nickel. So the profit margin might be lower than say clothing and shoes or toys, but it's going to go faster. So then I'm going to get that money back to turn faster.
I would think women will know more about what sells and what not, or am I not allowed to say that these days?
Well, I mean, it's just all about data analysis, right? So we're looking at Keepa, we're using Helium 10, we're looking at tactical arbitrage, we're leveraging those softwares to help us make an educated buying decision, no matter what our business model is.
Right, right. Okay, that's quite fascinating. And how about approvals for grocery? How do you handle that, getting approved?
Well, so I just use my grocery supplier to get my approvals. You just need to follow the approval process within Amazon, get an invoice with the 10 items that matches a grocery item on the Amazon platform, send that invoice to Amazon to get approval. Now, of course, there are some private label grocery that we don't work with because those are not our products, but for the most part, there's a ton, hundreds, maybe even thousands of brands that you can sell in the grocery category once you get grocery approval.
Right. What do you do if an item is considered multiple? First of all, how would you define multiple to the audience?
So I also do multi-packs, right? So I might sell 2 things of the Heinz ketchup. So when people get confused, this is how I explain it. This is how one of my coaches back when I very first started explained. You can sell 2 jars of pickles, okay, 2 jars of pickles, but you cannot take a pickle out of one jar and sell it as a single. So you can't separate something that's already package, okay? But you can do multiples of that jar of pickles. Like you can't take a can of Diet Coke out of a 12 pack. That's what I'm saying. So I might sell, if I see that the single is selling really, really well, like under 20K range in Keepa, okay? Then I might go and see, I'll title search, make sure, are there any 2-pack, 3-pack, 4-pack, 6-packs, maybe 12-pack, maybe not for a jar of pickles because that would be a very heavy box, but I'm going to go see if those variations are available. And if they are not, I'm going to start testing those configurations. So I'm going to do a 2-pack, a 3-pack, a 4-pack, and then I'm going to see which configurations sell well, and then I will replenish those.
Have you seen sellers start from zero or close to zero, join your group, and let's say earn over 200 grand a year?
Well, I don't ask for their specific numbers, but I've seen monumental growth from many sellers that are taking the steps. So whether it's Amazon or Etsy or Shopify, right? We have testimonials, especially on our website or in our Facebook group, about where they're moving their businesses. So we do have some great success stories about people that have specifically grown their Amazon business. They might not have started from zero. They might not have been as a simple beginner, right? But we do have beginners. I just don't have like a spreadsheet of what everybody's net income is. But we do have several success stories.
No, so I mean, if you're a stay-at-home mom and you're like just looking, I mean, you can turn this into real income without any major risk.
Right. So for retail arbitrage, it's a much lower entry than if you started with wholesale or private label, because you do have to have a pretty good amount of capital for those business models. But for retail arbitrage and online arbitrage, you can have a much lower investment and then just keep growing, just keep reinvesting until you feel comfortable of taking a profit. So yes, you can very much get started. I started, like I said, I actually started in October of 2015. And then I went full time in March of 2016. And I was specifically just a retail arbitrager that first year and a half. And I've made it work.
It's fascinating, because if it doesn't work, I mean, it doesn't work. It's not like you went to law school for 6 years or something.
I do have a degree, but it is not a law degree.
Right. No, it is fascinating, and I think this is going to go over well with the audience. Just one last question. I know you'll give me the links. We'll put it under the video. But how do I get started with bundling?
Sure, you can visit the link that Ed is supplying to you. We teach why you want to bundle on Amazon, the advantages of bundling. Grocery, we dive deep into that. We talk about meltables and how to ship them and really getting started on bundling. So click that link now.
Right. So just to have an idea, roughly how much does it cost to join? I mean, I don't know.
So the bundling course is $97, and then our full mastermind program is $1,997. We have a plethora of courses though that you can get started with.
Right, but once you pay the $1,000, I mean, you're good forever, right?
Right. So the $1,997 is a lifetime membership. Never pay another penny.
Right. I'm saying worst case, it doesn't work out. It's not right. I think this is quite fascinating, and this is quite enlightening, and I think this is going to go over well. So Jessica, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on, and I hope we meet and talk again.
Yeah, and just let me know if there's any questions. I appreciate your time.
Okay, and I appreciate yours too. Thank you.
Thank you.